ride.
Yeah.
You act like a little kid, a little crazy or something like that. Rose and me said something like you were funny on the rides.
Nah, I ain't get on no rides.
You didn't get on no rides?
Nah.
Darnell, I don't know. You're almost at the fourth quarter, almost at the end of your recruiting process. What's maybe the one thing that you've learned? Like if you had to tell a teammate that's going through the same thing next year, what's the one thing that you've learned over the last 4 or 5 months?
Just managing, because so many coaches gonna hit you, man. So just being like, separate them from like, I don't know, it's a lot. It's tons of things you gotta. Alright, one thing I'll say, just recognize who real, who fake. That's a key thing for me.
You spoke at Media Day how your dad, you have different responsibilities here. Can you take me through what it was like when you learned that she was on the way, and then maybe the switch in your mind that you had to mature a little bit on?
Yeah, I was at school. She told me. I was just like, I ended up leaving practice early because I was just going through a lot, thinking a lot about it. But I'm a happy father. I want to be the best I could on the field, off the field, as a parent. But I just had to change because I knew all my moves got to be for her, not myself. Because growing up, I had to grow up fast now. I did what I did. I know, so I got to take responsibility.
What would your highlight tape look like as a dad? Are you a 5-star diaper changer? I mean, what's that like? Are you a put her to sleep?
Nah, the sleep, not me, but the diapers, I got like 15 nephews. So like, I'm an expert at that.
Have you decided how you're going to do it yet? How are you going to announce it? I think you make your decision at halftime now. Have you decided how you're going to tell the world about it?
Ever since she came along, she's been like a big factor in my life. So I'm gonna have a little something for her, little shirt on or something like that.
Who's a one player here that has really impressed you? A guy that you heard about, saw about, maybe knew him from social media that you're like, man, that guy is a dude. Maybe one you'd like to play with one day.
I'm gonna have to go with Robert Jones. Man, for real, I looked on 24/7 rankings, and he just popped up out of nowhere. I'm like, who this dude with the braids? I'm like, somehow he jumped in front of me, so I like did my little research on him a little bit. I seen him. I didn't know he was that big. I thought the 24/7 they be hyping up the height a little bit, adding 2 inches or something. But he really big. He aggressive.
Darnell, if it's Georgia, what would be the biggest reason why?
If it was?
If it turns out being Georgia on the second, what would be the biggest reason why that it was a school like Georgia?
Dale McGee or Todd Harley. Just a whole coaching staff. If it was Georgia, I think just being there, great atmosphere. But that's every college, great atmosphere. But the coaches, I think I would, like, if it is Georgia, I'll trust them and develop with me.